everyone, and welcome to At the Dinner Table, a Blue Bloods podcast with Nell and Georgia. Hi.
Hello.
So today we will be recapping 13-1, the recent
the
premiere. Yeah, it was a great one, so let's go.
It was iconic.
We
had to start with this one because it was recent and it was just
amazing.
An iconic episode. One we've waited for a long time.
Yes.
So, the episode starts out with kind of Eddie and her partner, Badillo, is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are kind of responding to a domestic abuse call, which kind of sets off everyone's storyline. Jamie arrives and like handcuffs the guy.
Doesn't he push Eddie?
Probably. What else is new?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, she like goes over with the woman, doesn't she? And then Jamie's there. They handcuff him. He gets taken in, and then things get juicy. He is released on bail, I think. And Jamie is not happy about this. He is not happy about this.
He suddenly turns into Danny.
He does. Because, with reason though, because Eddie and Badillo are shot at, which was unhinged. It
was.
And Jamie was mad about this, as he should. As a good husband, he should. They got their tires slashed as well. That was kind of
unhinged. I was about to say that. That was
so chaotic. Anyways, so he was released and then, shot at Eddie and Badillo, and obviously Jamie was like, right, let me sort this out. Goes over to Erin's office. This is like one of my favorite scenes from the episode as well. Because when Jamie snaps, we know it's going to be iconic.
Oh yeah.
It's a serve every time. And it's hot. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Erin kind of like, it wasn't really like a back and forth. Like Erin like agreed with what he was saying, I feel like. And when, this is my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments, when Jamie was like, he shot at Eddie, Erin was like, oh my God, is she okay? She a panic. Now, the Edrin stands screaming.
Oh, yeah.
We were unwell.
I was sobbing.
We will be using that in future edits. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the serve. So that was really nice to see concerned Erin over Eddie. And yeah, they were kind of like on the same page though. So like wasn't really it was more like what is going on. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed that scene because normally they're like arguing with Erin about laws and things. So it's like nice to see kind of like she agreed with what they were saying. Mm-hmm. But like obviously there was still nothing she could do, so that was sad. Then we get like, is there a murder?
Yes. The witness gets murdered and thrown off a building.
Oh yeah. See, I kind of blocked that out with good reason.
With good reason. So that was kind of like I jumped.
Danny. It was very unhinged. Danny and Baez are obviously then like involved when that happened. Obviously,
I think Joe was there too, right?
Joe.
Sure.
Joe.
Yes.
Joe's like just kind of there, and honestly, like, what a vibe.
Yeah.
He's such a vibe. So yeah, they were kind of then involved in this storyline that now concerns Eddie, Jamie, Erin, Danny, Baez, and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
If it's one storyline that it concerns all of them, you know it's going to slap. You know it's going to slap. Every time. The other writers should take notes, truly. So then after that, I feel like it's time to touch on the scene where Jamie gets shot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he knows where this guy is. He follows him because he's got that woman with him, hasn't he? He's got that woman.
Yes.
He goes, they're like on a boat, which is like a very strange.
Yeah.
It was a very weird setting. I don't know where I
It
expected him
was.
to get shot. It wasn't going to be there. I don't
No.
know. In my head, I don't know where I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be. And it was in broad daylight as well, which made it like
It
even more
was.
unhinged.
Yeah.
But it meant the lighting was exquisite.
Oh,
So,
truly. The
I respect
lighting was great.
Throughout this whole series, you will hear me and Nell absolutely scream at the lighting guy because here's the
Oh
thing:
yeah.
I'm as blind as a bat. I wear glasses. I can't
Mhm.
see.
Same.
In dim light, I really can't see. Like, and in the dark, no chance. So if there's a scene that's in like dim light, and I have my brightness on full on my laptop or on my phone or whatever, and I still cannot see shit,
Yep.
it's not working out for me. I know it's mood
Mhm.
lighting. I get it. I get the intention behind it. But if I can't see it, what a waste. So
Exactly.
we prefer the scenes that are in broad daylight because we can actually see everything that's going on. We can see facial expressions, and they're better for edits. Quite truly.
Yes. Exactly.
That's it. So, anyways, yeah, Jamie gets shot, and when Jamie got shot, I had convinced myself this entire week he was getting shot in the vest. I was
Oh,
like, he's
same.
just getting shot in the vest.
Like we were
to
joking
say that
about,
that
yeah,
wasn't
he's gonna
her.
bleed out, but we didn't mean that. We didn't think it would actually happen.
Me and Nell were making completely unhinged like comments on Twitter, and if you saw them, I am so sorry. Did we manifest? Did we speak into existence?
I
don't
think
know.
we did.
But we were like, imagine him bleeding out, and we were like joking, and then all of a sudden it became a reality. And I was like, what is going on? And then when like Danny lifted up like his like shirt and then like his vest and stuff, and then like you just saw like the blood appear, I was like, girl, what the fuck?
I know.
At that point I was concerned, and then like obviously they went to the hospital from there. But I was like, okay, maybe this is like serious.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't have been joking about this for the past like 2 weeks. But it was quite funny.
It was.
But I'm glad that he was like actually shot. That sounds so bad. But like I'm glad he was shot, like, and not in the vest, because then I feel like we've had that with Eddie. So like,
yeah, it'd be just another
nice to do
repetition.
something new with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like in an interesting place. Like I thought maybe they'd go for the shoulder or like,
Yeah.
you know, somewhere
Yeah.
like that. So it was interesting to
Yeah.
that it was just under the vest. Danny, actually, I really enjoyed Danny's character, like in this storyline,
same.
because like
I
he was a
did
concerned
too.
brother. There's like a moment we're going to touch on in a moment that like
Oh,
is
I
one of my
think.
favorite Danny moments
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Basically, so now we're in the hospital. Jamie's on that like on the bed, and like they're wheeling him in. Danny's saying like,
Stay with us.
this was,
Stay
like,
with us.
yeah, stay
Yeah.
with us and stuff, and like this makes me literally cry. But like the words out of Jamie's mouth were Eddie.
Eddie.
And at that point, I was in tears, in literal tears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that was traumatizing. My heart was like,
Breaking to pieces.
Yeah.
Shattering.
and little did I know it was just gonna get worse. Just gonna get
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
So, he's wheeled in. The doctors are working on him. The nurses are working on him. And then the next scene is Eddie
Scene.
arriving in the hospital. The way it starts with her in the elevator in the back of her head is like kind of iconic. Like
It rips me to shreds.
it's like you're like walking in with her as well. Like I really enjoyed that shot. And like she comes in and she's like obviously in a panic, as she should
Yeah.
be. And she's like, "Where's Jamie? Where's Jamie? Where's Jamie?" This is the moment I'm going to talk about now. This is
Yes.
one of my favorite. This is probably
Same.
my favorite
I agree.
Danny Eddie moment, and this is my favorite moment in the entire episode. The nurse comes up to Eddie and he's like, you know, he's being seen. They're looking after him. Here's his things. That was fucking weird. That I think she was like,
Yeah.
here's his stuff.
Definitely.
There's other shit going on. Danny comes over and he's like, look, I'll take that. and the first time I watched this, I completely missed
Oh,
it.
same.
Danny like gives her a nod to Eddie to go like, go on,
Go
through
over
those
there.
doors,
Yeah.
quick, while I've
Like
got her
head tilt.
attention.
Like go that way.
Yeah, it's like a head tilt. And then she like runs through the doors, is screaming after Jamie, then sees him, and he's in a bad way. That's the only way I can
This
describe
breaks
it.
me to shreds.
He's
The
like,
way she's like, you can't leave me. Don't you dare leave me.
and I said this like before the episode aired. I said to Nell, I was like, this is such an important episode because Eddie has no one.
Yeah.
And this is one
Exactly.
of the reasons why we love Eddie, and she's one of our favorites because she doesn't have the. I mean, she does because she's married in, but like, I still think she feels like she has
Yeah.
no one other than
Oh
Jamie.
yeah.
And she was like, "You can't leave me alone." Like she's still, and that's very clear that she still feels very alone.
Oh yeah.
Without Jamie, even though she has this family that I know would like look after her and like take care of her if something did happen to Jamie.
Yeah.
Like they'd fully like, they are her family, but like
Yeah.
it's very clear she doesn't feel that way. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that was interesting. And her saying like screaming those things was like, as heartbreaking as it was so important for her to say those things because it shows that she still isn't really comfortable in that setting.
Exactly.
And she still feels alone.
Yeah. And just the way that she's sobbing her eyes out and Danny just wraps her in a hug.
That is my favourite
Like,
Danny and Eddie moment
same.
ever. The
The
way
fact
he
that
like
they
pulls
have
her in.
2 hugs. They have 2 hugs now. Do you remember? 9-5 outside Danny's house.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I just want to see. I don't know if it'll play. And hopefully we don't get copyrighted, but I just want to put this into the microphone so, you know, to add to the mood.
No, you should.
Jamie, where's Jamie? Where's Jamie? This is Reagan. Yes, I'm his wife. Don't worry. Why don't you have a seat? We're taking
No, where is he?
It's okay.
Where is he?
This is my brother's stuff. Let me take that. Okay? It's okay. It's okay.
Jamie! Jamie! We can't. You gotta fight, Jamie. You gotta fight. You can't leave me. You can't leave me alone, Jamie. You can't leave me alone, okay?
Just that whole
scene is one of my favorite scenes in movies,
same.
I think ever.
Same.
Acting wise, dynamic.
It was amazing.
Like, the way with Danny, like Donnie and Vanessa, like that combo. Well, and Will, because
Oh yeah, they were amazing.
He played a big part in it.
Yeah.
I think that like whole trip thing was like so good.
Mm.
And I think I can already feel like it's going to become such an underrated scene, but like
Oh yeah,
I just thought it was brilliant, and like I said, I think that scene was so important, and like
it was.
going forward, like from this episode, like throughout the whole of season 13 and onwards, if that's possible, I'd love to see like more of like bonding moments between whether that's Danny and Eddie or just anyone with Eddie other than like Jamie, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I think that like confirmed for me that she still needs some sort of like validation in terms of like she's part of the family. I think she needs someone to say, look, if something does happen to Jamie and like he isn't around, you aren't alone. Like you're stuck with us.
Oh yeah.
And like we're gonna be around. Like, and I think she needs that. And
I feel like it needs to come from Frank or Henry. Maybe more Henry. Because we've already had I will always have the 6 o'clock, have your 6 o'clock, and the wedding episode from Frank.
Don't get me started on that episode.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm touching on, but yeah, you know what I mean?
Justice for 922, truly. Anyways.
Truly.
Literally justice is
yes.
needed. The riots that appeared from the episode is
yeah. Twitter was crazy.
Rioted.
Oh yeah, we did.
You know what? They brought that upon themselves. I just want to say that. And that's all
I'm
gonna
yeah.
say. But they brought that upon themselves. And they know what they did. Everyone knows what they did. Individuals know who did it, what they did, and why they did it. And
and the aftermath too, but we don't need to touch on that.
That is for another day.
That is.
I don't have the time or the energy.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we've had like the Frank scene. I feel like Eddie has definitely got like I feel like it's a closer bond with Henry. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The same vibe.
I
But
do
she
that.
definitely has a
Yeah.
closer vibe with Henry.
Yes, she does.
Like, I feel like there's a really important scene in, I think it's season 9, episode 1, where Henry compares Jamie and Eddie to a new haircut.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, when someone gets a new haircut, like you say like, wow, nice haircut. You don't ask, you don't say like, when are you getting it done again or whatever. I don't know what he says, like word for word, but he was saying like how Frank reacted horribly to like their relationship.
Engagement.
And
Yeah.
I've always felt like Frank's never quite
He's not-
gelled
Yeah.
with like that situation, even though they don't work together and stuff. Like I've always felt like not tension. I don't think he hates Eddie at all. Like I really don't think it is. I just think like he just kind of stays out of it. Whereas like Henry really like in that moment he was like, no one else is accepting of this, or Frank's not accepting of this. Someone's got to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that person because I know that she's going to be feeling very vulnerable right now, and he
Yeah.
really like took that upon himself to do that. So I think that's maybe why Henry and Eddie have
Yeah.
like a stronger bond.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's definitely
Yeah.
So I think I'd like to see like Henry or like
Yeah.
Frank or someone just say to Eddie like, look, if something happens, like you are not
Yeah. Yeah.
you are still a Reagan, like you've not been kicked out, like you have people around you. And I think
Yeah.
that's important conversation that needs to be had, or even
Definitely.
just developed over
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
Because
And I
clearly
think-
it's
yeah.
still an issue.
Yeah,
for
they
Eddie.
need to show her that she has a support system. And I think it needs to... Okay, this... How do I word this? It needs to come, I think... Holy...
What the
Try
fuck?
this cockroach on my wall.
Oh my god. I was like, are you being attacked? Like
I'm being attacked by a cockroach. Sorry, pause this for a second. Oh my god. Sorry, that scared the shit out of me.
scared the shit out of me too.
Okay, there we go. Safe now.
Good to know. Good to know.
Okay, what was I saying? I think that it needs to come from a father figure, just because she doesn't have a good one.
Girl's got daddy issues, as she should.
Oh yeah, she needs she
yeah.
needs a healthy relationship, and she needs a father figure,
For
to
sure.
start that up and validate it. Validate it.
Oh no, for sure. That's
Yeah.
like
And start it's not something that she'll get over, but it's something that she can heal or start to heal.
for sure. I think we saw that like in the episode where like Armin gets released from jail.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You can see like even though he's out and even though he's back like living with Lena, like there's still like a lot of trauma there.
Oh,
And, like,
definitely.
Jamie put it best when he was like, whenever like something happens with your dad, like I watch you cry yourself to
Cry
sleep
yourself
at
to
night.
sleep.
That's one of the most heartbreaking lines ever.
It was. Yeah.
And it was like kind of like brushed off, and I feel like people didn't
was.
really like pay attention to what he was
Yeah.
saying. But like that was like truly heartbreaking, and like I feel like when Eddie does certain things towards like fatherly figures or like people
Yeah.
like reacts in a certain way, people forget like what she went through as a child
Definitely.
and like what her dad did and how
Yeah.
it's had an effect on how she reacts to like daily situations.
Yeah.
And she's clearly not healed from that, and I feel like
definitely.
again that needs to be touched on in an episode in the future, whether that's with Armin or
Definitely.
with Frank or Henry. But I
Yeah.
feel like when she didn't invite him to family dinner and like they were saying like, oh, he's welcome to come and stuff, and it's like there's a reason
Yeah.
why she doesn't want him there. There's a reason why certain things happened and stuff. And I think there's been a few episodes where we've seen like Eddie talk about it very briefly about what happened, and I think the more we hear, the more I'm like, whoa, she went through a lot and you don't realize. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
he didn't just get arrested for like fraud and embezzlement and things. Like it was a lot deeper than that, like what Eddie went through. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think the need of a father figure is really important, and I feel like she doesn't
Yeah.
have enough with Frank or Henry.
Definitely.
She has had a few, but I feel like there's definitely room there to grow.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's something I'd like to see going going forward because I think that's so necessary.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Moving on, I think now is a good time to actually touch base with Frank,
Oh, yeah.
because in this episode, all of this trauma's going on, and Frank's just out like just having
Having
the time
having
of
a night on the town. Really?
his storyline was a kind of like, I don't know if this was intentional, but it was comedic relief.
It was.
comedic
I
relief.
think it was important to have that comedic relief in such a emotional episode.
I feel like it wasn't meant to be funny. Like, it was a very serious storyline at like
yeah.
points, but also like it was
So
hilarious.
unhinged.
I'm sorry.
It was.
I couldn't take it seriously. First off, Frank's hat. Let's talk about Frank's hat. His whole outfit was the funniest thing.
hilarious.
I've never seen anything
It was
like
giving Paddington Bear.
It really was. It was giving something. I don't know if it was giving what
yeah.
was meant to be gave, but like it was giving. And,
It was.
honestly, I'm here for like Frank's street style. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh yeah.
I want to see it more. Like, ditch the blazers, ditch the suits. Let's
Yeah.
see that a bit more. Thank you. But the hat really sent me. Like, every time he was on the screen with the hat on, I actually just lost my shit because I just.
Oh,
thought it
yeah.
was so funny.
Same.
I was like, how can I look at you and take seriously what's coming out of your mouth?
Yeah.
How can I
Exactly.
do that? And I just think it's so funny. His son is on his deathbed. And he's out
Yeah,
there having the time of his life.
Exactly.
He's got no phone. He's got no phone. Nothing. They're all trying to call him. Like, where is Frank? And he's just like on the
Chilling in the back of a taxi.
The priest.
Wait, wasn't it some like weird van?
Oh my god, yeah, it was. That's hilarious. That was so funny. I wish we'd
It
have got a
was.
scene where we like could have seen like Frank's reaction,
Oh yeah.
because like, or him like, or like them being like, "Where have you been?" And him having to explain where he's
Yeah.
been, because how are you gonna justify that? How are
Exactly.
you gonna justify what you've just done?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It
So we
was.
love Frank's storyline. It was actually, yeah, like I said, like a nice relief, a good breather, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I would like to know how he found out.
Oh, for sure. I'm guessing like he went back and then got his phone
Just
back.
phone his-
wherever
yeah.
He left it. Then it was like, oh shit.
My son's
Gotta
been
go.
shot.
How unhinged.
I know.
That's hilarious. But kind of like he missed the worrying bit because then like he knew that he was gonna be okay. So that's
Oh,
fine.
I would honestly, I would much prefer like if I was in that situation and I had already lost a son, like I wouldn't want to be at the
Oh my God.
hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like always kind of like not forget about Joe, but like forget about the trauma it causes all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, if Frank had have known, like you would have seen like a very different reaction. I think.
Oh
to
yeah,
what you
definitely.
think you would have saw because of Joe, and I think
Yeah.
that's why Danny reacted in the way he did.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that scene now. So the scene, they're in the hospital, they're waiting, and
By a
Erin
vending machine.
and Anthony. No, it's before that.
It's oh okay.
Erin and Anthony like come in, and then we get the
Oh
Adrian hug.
yes. Oh yes. Adrian hug.
What a win! What a serve!
A win.
a
So we
moment.
got. Sorry, I'm yawning. we got. We got an Adrian hug and an Eddie and Danny hug in the same episode. Like, what a score!
Truly a win for any Eddie stars
It was.
out there. Truly.
Yeah.
So we got that, and she was like so concerned, and it was giving sisters, and they very rarely give sisters like give sister energy because like they're always fighting, which I guess sisters do as well. I have two brothers, so like I don't know, but like
Oh, same.
we're like brother siblings. What's the word? I don't know what the word is. Like where your siblings are just brothers, like male. There's like
I
a
don't
term
know.
for it. But like
Who
we don't have
knows?
sisters, so like we don't know. But like
Yeah.
I still like to see the sister relationship on screen.
Oh, same.
Um,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got the Adrian hug and then the surgeon. Oh, this
Oh my
surgeon.
gosh.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Right. So he comes on. He's like, this bullet. There's one bullet, and it's lodged by his spine or something like that.
And this guy is like, "Do you want a priest?"
The fuck? I want you to
Like,
get it
no.
out. Like,
Yeah.
and I honestly reacted the same way that like Danny and everyone did.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Bitch, are you serious?"
And they're like
Like,
overly
"You're not gonna get
Catholic.
it out." I'm guessing that's why he asked. Like, it must say like on
Yeah.
his file or something that like he's Catholic.
Yeah, but it's like, no, you want him to save them. Like,
Like, I don't understand. Like, I just acted the same way. But obviously, if there's anyone religious out there who does like a priest in those moments, obviously respect it. But like,
yeah,
what a weird time in the show to ask that.
it was. Yeah.
So, I love Danny for that when he was like, "What are we talking about, Doc?" Like,
The
that was
accent.
a terrible impression. What are we talking about, Doc? That's my American accent. This is why we're not on the show. So yeah, love that bit. Then Eddie's crying again, and then we have like the Erin, Danny vending machine scene.
Yes.
How did you feel about this scene?
I cried, although I think I spent majority of the episode crying. Let's have a look. I feel so bad for Erin in that scene. Like, I was like, you shouldn't have the guilt, but then it's just so like, well, you did release him.
Stop.
But at the same time, from memory, it wasn't her case, so it wasn't her fault. And she wouldn't have known that he was going to go out and shoot her brother. You know?
Exactly. No, I agree. And it's like not her fault. Like, it's just like the way of like the law. And like obviously in that situation you are gonna like try and find every way to blame yourself. I'm sure
Exactly.
Eddie was doing the same thing. I'm sure Danny and Joe were doing the same thing because they were there, they saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I actually really like that scene, but it was, you know, a hard one to watch because like
It was.
she was blaming herself. But I liked that there was no angst, there was no arguing.
Same.
It was just like they were in the moment and they were focused on Jamie and being there for one another. Also, Henry was so cute. That's what.
He was. He was.
Oh, I just love Len. What a
Same.
guy.
He's so good. He's
Truly
so.
an icon.
I always said he's so cute. He's so adorable. I would say adorable and cute. He's so cute.
He is. He is. I just like seeing him like out of the dinner table setting.
Oh yeah, same. I wish we had more of
No.
that.
Oh, for sure.
Apart
for
from
sure.
the C word, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh God, no. That caused me so much trauma.
Shame.
Why have they given Henry cancer? I'm just going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
What does that add to the show?
Because they're not doing
Is there
anything
a
about
reason?
it. Yeah.
They're like, it's a slow growing cancer that like basically he'll die before it affects him. But like, what was the reason?
Yeah.
Just
I don't
give him
want to think about. I
appendicitis
don't
and
want to
be
think
done with
about
it.
Henry dying.
Sometimes you just need. I get the drama. You need the drama. Just give him appendicitis or like
Exactly.
I don't know, something he doesn't need. Get rid of his spleen.
Food
You don't
poisoning.
need a spleen, do you? Food poisoning. The flu. Like, just you know what? There's so many other options. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's traumatizing, and it's always in the back of my mind. Like I know,
Yeah.
I know it's like not going to affect him, but also some of us are traumatized by cancer, and we'd rather
Exactly.
not.
Literally.
We'd rather not think about it on the daily. Just saying.
Exactly.
So yeah, we love Henry and we love seeing it. I love seeing him with Eddie. Anyways, so the next scene that's of importance because we've just kind of talked about Frank's scene. Is the scene when the doctor comes back out after surgery saying it went well.
Yes.
Danny leaves so quickly. He's like, "I'll be back when he wakes up. I'll be back when he wakes up." Iconic.
I know what's next.
Oh, I think I know
Okay.
as well. So
I loved the scene. I personally loved the scene. I was like, if I liked men, I would have thought that was amazing.
oh yeah. Joe and Danny leave, and if you look in the background, and I mean in the background of that scene, you can see Eddie, Henry, and Erin consoling one another. And I just want to say, it's literally the crummiest
yeah.
of crumb. And I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
What a trio.
What? They
An
are.
unexpected trio. But like, I'm here for it. I'm just gonna say it now because I feel like this is the right moment to where this scene would go. I wish we'd have seen like Eddie and Jamie when Jamie had woken up, like in the
Same.
hospital.
I agree.
And I feel like a lot of
I
people
would have
think
loved
that.
to see that.
I try and like play devil's advocate and like think like from a writer's perspective, like obviously they had a lot to fit in, so I do understand. And would it have added to the plot? Maybe not, but I think that scene, there could have been a scene there that was really important.
Yeah.
Like we've touched on how like Eddie was saying like you can't leave me alone and stuff. I think there was a conversation that needed to be had there.
Oh,
And
definitely.
maybe we'll see it in the future, but like I feel like
Mhm.
there was a lot of things left kind of a bit open, especially from Eddie's perspective, that like needed to be
Yeah.
said to Jamie and haven't been said yet
Definitely.
to a viewer, like as a
Yeah.
viewer. You know what I mean? Could have been said
Mhm.
off screen, but like
Yep.
as a viewer, like there's some things that she definitely does not have closure on yet, and
Mm-hmm.
there needs to be closure because otherwise this woman will go insane.
Exactly.
The next scene is
Danny and Joe.
Joe finding this man
And Joe punching the
And
shit out
Joe-
of him.
beating the shit out of him. And
Sorry.
I
I'm really self-conscious about the cockroach.
There was a cockroach in Nell's room, by the way, and she screamed mid podcast to let me know there was a cockroach in the room.
I had to put it outside.
So, anyways, yeah. So Joe like punched the shit out of him, and I think that was kind of like one of the first times we've seen like Joe kind of get like emotionally involved.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Definitely.
And,
No,
like,
I agree.
I think it shows that like Joe really cares about this family,
Oh, yeah.
and I think he tries to play it off that he doesn't care, or he's not
Yeah.
attached, or like he's not part of the family sometimes. And I think like that just proved like
Yeah.
he does have like this kind of love for them.
Yeah. And I
And-
think it shows some development as well because you go from him not wanting anyone to know that he's a Reagan, and then you go to it just being outed and his life changing, and then him being like, I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to go and live my life and not have anything to do with the police department or like
Exactly.
anything to do with the Reagans. And now he's like beating the shit out of someone because they hurt his uncle.
Exactly. So I think that was like a moment for Joe. That was really important.
Yeah.
So yeah, then he's arrested. Happy families. Then we need to talk about this scene because it really frustrates me the way people are talking about it. Eddie and McNichols.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
This scene is causing quite a lot of controversy in the fandom. There's a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of the hate or like their side of the story saying that like McNichols remained professional and stuff, and Eddie was being really unprofessional, asking for something that she had no business saying, like saying things she had no business saying. But like that was the point of the scene.
Yes, exactly.
Her
Like, in that
husband
moment-
had just been shot.
Yeah.
Have some compassion. Like
Exactly.
obviously she's not gonna remain calm in that situation.
No.
She's not gonna do anything or say anything that kind of is calm and collected. She's gonna like fly off the handle a bit.
Exactly.
That's just the way she is. That's her personality. And also her husband just got shot. Like let's
Yeah.
have some like empathy. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying like we are in no way saying like what she said was okay. Like we're not saying that, are we? We're just saying like the reason she said those things
It's because she
is
needs to be
because
the
of the
first one
events
to
that
know.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think what she said was like valid. I don't think like what
Yeah.
she said was invalid. Whether she should have done it at a different time or said it in a different way, in a different environment, probably. Realistically, but obviously it adds to like the drama of the show. So
Mm.
and I think
Yeah.
like McNichols handled it well. Like
Putting Jamie where
yeah.
she put Jamie was good.
yeah, like we kind of I forgot to kind of touch on this at the start, but like obviously their storyline is that one of them has to transfer,
Yeah.
and Jamie's like, "I'll transfer, no problem."
Yeah.
Eddie's like, "I don't want to transfer," and he's like, "No, it's fine, I'll do it." And she was like, she really wants to still work with him, but we don't really know why until that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that was why it's an important scene. But again, this relates back to like her feeling alone as well. It's like a constant like theme, I think, through.
Yeah, when
But
you look into it, it really does.
Like without Jamie, she really like is very unsure of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that's like the only way I can describe it. And I think like through this season, it would nice to see her be more sure of things and more
Oh yeah, definitely.
at peace like with things. So
Yeah.
kind of a bit more not. She's very independent, so it's like not that I want to see her be more independent because I think she is independent. I think it's like in dark situations, I feel like she has a tendency to like switch off or like
Yeah.
kind of really like
Spiral.
go a bit too independent then.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's when you need people, but because of her like childhood and her trauma, she's probably been so alone. She doesn't know what it's like to have
Exactly.
people around her.
Yeah.
So I think it all kind of sprouts from that, and I think it would be nice to see like development there and see like how she can handle this kind of a very difficult situation in a different way by leaning on other people rather than just taking all this shit.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really important.
It would.
Okay, the next scene. Well, they've had a few scenes at this point, but I decided not to discuss them because they're irrelevant to me, and that's because it's Erin and Jack.
Oh,
Erin and
yes.
Jack.
Forgot about them.
I tried to block them out. You know how we feel about Jack and Erin at this point? We don't like them. We love Erin. Erin is so beautiful in this episode. It's
She is. Oh my god.
She looks so good in this episode. Like they all look good, but like Erin looks so good. I was actually like, I think I might fall to my knees. Like genuinely, like I was like, I might collapse. She looks that good. I don't know why. He was like glowing.
They panic.
Yeah, for you. But like for real, like girl crush, like
oh yeah,
insane how good she looked. Bridget, what the fuck?
Bridget is a god.
Insane. She looks so good. Anyways, so like kind of I understand from Jack's perspective, like who wouldn't want her?
Exactly.
Oh my god, that reminded me of the Paley Fest where like that viewer was like to Will, would you want to? Would you want to? And then like Bridget's like, who wouldn't want to?
Exactly.
It's like my favorite Bridget Vanessa moment ever.
Same.
And honestly, it kind of felt like Bridget was saying, I volunteer as tribute.
Oh, definitely. Well, we both know her and Vanessa are both on the Edrin train.
We do. We have confirmation of this for those who are wondering. And we don't need to discuss that further. That's
No, not in this episode.
If you know, then you know. But they are on the Edrin train. So you can either hop on board or get left behind at the station. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
So yeah, Erin and Jack. What to say about this scene? I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
They are like, I think it's safe to say they're like dating. I feel like.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Or at the very least, on again, off again.
Didn't he ask her to move in and she said no?
Yeah.
She was so real for that. No. Erin is my spirit sometimes. Like, the fact that she can just say no in that situation and feel absolutely no remorse.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of iconic.
I could never.
No. That's so funny. So like we had a bit of an insight into their like relationship. I say in quote marks because like I don't really know what it is. Then like there was some dirty talk which I'd rather just brush over because quite frankly it disgusts me.
Oh, same.
How dare Randall from Monsters Inc. feel the need to in my girl Erin's ear like that? That was so rude. It was not okay.
It was not.
So yeah, we're just kind of ignoring that. Feel free to ignore it with us, because like, you know,
Yeah.
we know that then in upcoming episodes that's going to be talked about more. But you know what's so funny is in the promo pics for like the episode, if you haven't seen, there's like pics from set where they're filming, and like we're getting a Jack and Erin kiss. Everyone say boo, boo.
Boo.
We're getting a Jack and Erin kiss. But the funny part about it is Anthony's there, like looks like he's on a stakeout with binoculars, watching this whole situation. And honestly, that's hilarious. And I know Anthony's gonna flip his lid. I know it, and he's so real for that.
He will.
So real for that. I hope he does. I hope he does, truly. So yeah, we're ignoring the Jack and Erin storyline, and you should too. Self-care. Self-care. Jamie leaving the hospital with
Yes.
Erin and Danny. Another cute scene. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to see like Erin like out of work clothes, because she wears like suits a lot and stuff, and like
Oh
obviously
yeah.
she's but like she was wearing like this like cute like top with like jeans, and I was like, hello, so what a serve. It was like such a moment.
It was.
Such a moment. We love to see it. So yeah, love that scene. Jamie was in like the little wheelchair. He looked dead cute. Eddie's dress.
I
was
loved
a
Eddie.
serve.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that. It was
So
amazing.
cute.
It was so cute.
What an outfit, truly.
Truly.
What else? And then they wheeled him out. They wheeled him out. And then outside, he was like, let's keep it low key. Jamie was like, let's keep it low key.
He was like, you
And
guys
then he
haven't
should've-
told anything, right? Anyone?
He should have known, like, he's the one with like, he's meant to be the smartest guy there. Like, he should have known, like, something that wasn't going to happen. Like, he
Yeah.
must have known. So they come out, and I reckon like Eddie was kind of like, how is he going to react to this? Like, a bit concerned, and like, I don't know. I feel like Danny and Erin like we're just like here for the vibes. Like, they didn't care. And then they wheeled him out, and I thought that was dead cute. Like the clapping, and Frank was there, so we know Frank knew about the situation because we hadn't seen him since like the night before.
Exactly.
You know, but he was like, he wasn't found like in a ditch somewhere. Like, he was fine, so that was good to know.
Yeah.
Frank was okay. So good for him. And that was so cute. All of the kind of like the police that were there, and commanding officers and all that jazz. And then when he stood up, oh, that was so cute.
Oh yeah. I was scared he was gonna fall over.
I was like, should he be standing? Like, I
Yeah.
was like, but like, good for him. He's a healer.
definitely.
He's a healer.
Oh, truly.
Way his recovery is like low key kind of fast. Like, I know time is meant to pass, but like,
Yeah.
still iconic.
Don't get us started about time and Blue Bloods.
Don't get me started. Happy 40th birthday, Erin. Happy 40th. That's all I can say. If you know, then you know. Why has this woman turned 40 twice? I don't know. The Time Lord. Like, in my head, I'm like,
Truly.
she's just actually not real. She's so beautiful though that
Oh,
I
she
don't
doesn't
think
age.
it's real. So I'm like, also, I kind of respect it.
Oh, same.
So yeah, we love that scene. We love them. The little clapping, and then like Eddie went like to hold his hand. It was so cute. And now we cut to family dinner. The last scene in the episode. I think family dinner was really cute. Jamie did bring up the fact that he was shot like 3 times in the space of 1 minute. Like, how
Oh
did he do
yeah.
that? We've just been through so much emotional turmoil. I don't think that was intentional. Like, I just
No.
think that was the way it was written. But like, he was like, he said it so many times, and it's like, we know.
did.
Like, hello.
Yeah.
We were just there. Like, we were just there. So that was funny. The priest was there, wasn't he?
Yes, he was there.
Full family dinner. The priest was there. Joe was there. Joe was so funny at the family
He
dinner.
was.
And he
They were
looked
like
so-
initiating him again. Oh no, they were initiating the priest.
Oh yeah, Danny was also really funny.
Oh yeah, he was like, what did he say? That was so funny. He was like,
He was like, "You should
I'm a
do, you
lamb.
should say grace," and then he was like, "Okay." Then like Joe said something unhinged, and he looked so good doing it. So we loved that for him. And then Frank was like, "Oh, he's like the black sheep of the family," and then the priest was like, "Well, what does that make all of you?" And then like Danny was like, "Lambs," and it was just
That was so cute.
I love him. I love him.
And then just the way that that Henry was like, I'm glad to have you here, Sean. I'm glad to have you here, Archbishop. And then he goes to Jamie, and we're really glad to have you here. And Eddie goes, truly. And it's like,
oh yeah, they all are like, I second that, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. And then Eddie goes, truly. I was already crying at this point. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I cried like 4 times. And I was like, here's the thing. I just want to put this into context as well for people who don't know. Obviously, we live in England. Well, I live in England. You live in New Zealand. It doesn't air at 10 p.m. on a Friday for us.
no.
For me, it airs at 3 a.m. What time does it air for you?
Well, now it'll be 4 p.m.
So like
around
it's
3
very
or 4.
strange times
Yeah.
in the day. Yours is like not that bad, but like
No.
I feel like for me, I don't watch it live. I have watched it live, and we'll get into that. Another day. Like there was like
The
I went
struggles.
through like a phase of watching it live every week, and I have never felt more crap in my life. Like really, like who gets up at 3 a.m. to watch TV? Absolutely no one but me. And I was like, it was like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I can't do this. Anyways, so I watch it like first thing in the morning, like when I wake up before I have to go to work, and it was not the right thing to watch before going to work.
No.
I was unwell. I was unwell for the rest of the day. I was like, there's no way I can concentrate at work. Like, I was like
Exactly.
in bed, in tears. I was like, what a way to ruin my Saturday. Like, no, a violation. So, overall, love this episode. I think
same.
it's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
It's
up there.
In my head, like every episode is like on a tier of like different tiers, and this is in the top tier, like God tier.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
for sure. Like, I think it was well written. I think everyone had a decent story, like screen time. Like it felt quite even to me. Even like for Will, who was like in surgery for
Dying.
most of it. Like I still feel like he had like
Yeah.
good for him though. I feel like everyone had like an equal amount. Like we got to see Joe. Frank had his own thing. Like I think it was just like a win-win for everyone, no matter who your favorite character is, no matter who your favorite ship is. Like I feel like I would have liked to have seen a bit more Maria. That was the only,
Same.
I think the only character who really was that.
I want to see Maria at family dinner
She was
again.
at home with her daughter.
Oh, that's true.
The way I would die to see Maria at family dinner again. The things I would
with her
do,
daughter.
you don't even understand. But yeah, overall, I mean, I mean, we could rate this episode, but like, I don't even know what I would rate it out of 10.
Same. Probably 9.5 out of 10, to be honest. 9 out of 10.
I was going to say that 9.5 out of 10 would have got 10 if we'd had a little bit more Maria and
less Jack.
I think. Oh yeah, that too. We could have cut the Jack out and had a bit had more
Maria
and Jamco.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to the actor who plays Jack. Like, I feel like we absolutely drag him through the mud, but like, he kind of deserves it. What can I say? Like, you brought this upon yourself. Do you know what I mean? So let's end with a question. And
Okay.
if you're at home, you can join in the conversation using the hashtag @thedinnertablepod. So the question for today is, it's kind of a long one, but for those who are into astrology, so if you're not into astrology, you might struggle with this question.
Yes.
Is who do you think has the same star sign, zodiac sign as yourself, and why?
I'm gonna say Aaron. We're both Capricorns.
Yeah. So Nell is the Capricorn. I can see that,
Yeah.
You know who else might be a Capricorn? Oh, I don't know. No, actually, I was going to say Jamie, but actually I think he's like a Scorpio.
He's a Libra.
Libra. That's what I meant.
He's canonically a Libra.
Oh yeah, we know he's a Libra. I forget that that's
Don't
Karen.
ask Jamie. He's a Libra.
She
Sorry,
was
that
so
a
real
really
for
bad.
that.
That's a really bad
She was
accent.
so. Apologies to all Libras out there, but like she was so real for that.
She was.
She's not wrong. I am a Leo. I think probably Danny.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Danny's a Leo. I think that but the thing is, I don't know whether I'm saying that because Donnie's a Leo. But like,
I think that if we're ever gonna get a little more specific, Danny would be a Leo moon, Virgo, Leo sun,
he could be a
Virgo
actually.
moon, and Sagittarius rising.
I have a Sagittarius rising as well, which I think is why we are not.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm similar to Danny, but I'm very like outgoing. If you tell me to do something,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not very introverted. Let's say, I'm very much a Leo, like through and through. So I think probably Danny, but however, Eddie is a fire sign, and I will die on this.
Oh,
hill. I will
definitely.
die on this hill. Eddie is the biggest fire sign.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
I agree.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a Libra though. A Leo. I think she's probably like. No, she could be a Sagittarius, but I think she's an
Yeah.
Aries.
Yeah, I agree.
Aries makes more sense, I think, to me.
It does.
In my head. So, let us know on Twitter or Instagram your star sign, your zodiac sign, and who you think you resonate with most, and we'll see if there's like a
Yes.
little correlation.
Yeah.
See if you identify with the same people as other people. So
Yeah.
see who you're most
Love
like
to see it.
personality. We live a bit of astrology here
We do.
at the dinner table, Reaper's podcast.
Yes.
So it's cool.
When they did it in the show, it's only right.
Exactly. And we know that Jamie is a Libra.
Exactly.
So I could like spend hours like just talking about why I think each person is a certain zodiac sign.
Oh
but I
yeah,
won't bore you
same.
with that. But like,
We
I did
need
have
to
it on
bring
my
our
list,
astrology friend in for this one.
oh yeah, we'll have to.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have an astrology friend, and we would have to get them here to talk about that. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
But yeah, let us know who you think you're compatible with,
Yes.
and your astrology sign. Let us know using the hashtag on Twitter, or you can find us on Instagram, or even on Facebook. So
Yes.
let us know. But that is it for the first ever episode recap of At the Dinner Table, a Blue Bloods podcast. We did 13-1. Keeping the faith. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We're hoping to do more episode recaps. And let us know your thoughts on the episode, of course. Let us know
Yeah.
your opinion.
And let us
Did you
know,
like it? What did you
anything
like? What
want
you
us
didn't
to
like?
see. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be sharing opinions at the end of each episode, if we get any, and discussing whether we agree or disagree.
Yeah.
And we might have some clashing opinions. Who knows?
Exactly.
So, bit of controversy.
Yes.
So yeah, that's me, Georgia, and Nell signing off. We'll see you soon for the
Bye.
next
See
episode.
ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.